aloha, and a little Palo Santo on top.
Aloha.
So Jamie was the first one in. Aloha, Jamie. And oh, big sis Neem is here. Krispy Kreme enabler. I love it. Aloha, long-haired, skinny-eyed toe. Let's see, I think that's it so far. Oh my God, you two. I love the interaction between Neem and Jamie. It always makes me laugh.
I'm going to check it out here. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Hi, howdy, everybody. Oh, there's Maria just popped in. Hi, Maria.
Oh, aloha, Maria. Lady Night of Avalon.
Oh, and Nancy to Crone's Intuition. Aloha.
Aloha. And since Neem and Jamie are talking about coffee, let me have a sip.
Oh, wow. And I know this is kind of mean, but we had a pretty... Oh, and there's Kristen. Hi, Kristen. There was a pretty wicked sunset last night. And if you guys haven't had a chance to see it, I put a video on my Betsy Palmer Facebook page, and then there's a picture on my Instagram and my other Betsy Palmer Medium page. It was stellar. It was so bright. I need to put more pictures up. I took about 100, but oh my God, it was an unusual one and really, really pretty.
It was special. And my mom wanted to go down to see it, and somehow we ended up like getting scattered and not doing it. And now she's like, I don't even want to see a picture.
Don't even tell me about it. I'll get my phone here. And Blue Crescent Tarot popped in. Aloha.
Oh, hey, Deanne.
Of course, we've discovered my brand new expensive Chromebook has a pretty crummy camera. So let me. Oh, okay. So we're gonna get a whirl. No, it's really hard to see.
No, you just need to post it.
Yeah. But yeah, there was lots of reds. Lots of reds.
Oh, hi, Aquarius Al. Aloha, Debbie.
Hi.
Mr. Nobody. Hello. I miss Maui Sunset. So you need to come back.
Yeah. We're not going anywhere. I wouldn't. I'm not sure if I would say come back this summer. It's a sold out.
No, it's ridiculous. Don't come back this summer. Don't.
There's some problems right now. They're putting up a lot of there's a lot of signage going up, and it's not a good situation. We're being
I did the road to Hana last week, and okay, I've done the road to Hana a lot in the last 10 years. I have never seen that many people on the road to Hana at once, ever.
Yeah, I think because there's so many businesses that went under. There's just not as much to choose from activity-wise for people. And the road to Hana is an open road, so nobody's going to tell you you can't drive on a road. But
unfortunately, they don't understand the rules of like when the road narrows and you have to let other people through. It's like they're trying to go in the same two different directions at once, and you're like, yeah, there was a few times I got trapped. I couldn't move because there was cars in front of me and cars to the side of me, and no one could move because no one knew how to untangle the mess that had been created.
Yeah, I've been seeing it online that there's issues for people trying to get medical help and that have groceries in their car, and trucks making deliveries can't get through. There's some issues going with the road to Hana, but it's everywhere. There's issues right now. So
it's just.
It's a pretty rough summer, but we're busy.
There's more. We've hit higher numbers than pre-COVID.
Yeah, because where are people going to go? People needed to make plans, and Europe wasn't open yet when the plan-making window was there. So the U.S. is where we're going.
To Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to Mexico too. I'm sure, but yeah, and it's rough.
Motivation Maui. That's my friend, Benet. She lives over in Hana. So.
Oh, well, we were just talking about his neighborhood. Hi. And everybody else came in. Selkie came in.
Oh, yeah. Selkie, Patrice.
Yeah. Hi, Patrice. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, the people, it's like if we as transplants are annoyed, think about how bad the natives feel right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think I can even go there right now. I cannot comment. You know, we had everybody was talking about it when COVID shut down, and we had a few months of respite here, and everybody was talking about, well, we should implement some plans here, and they had a year to do it and didn't do anything.
didn't do anything.
So, but the number one thing is airplane seats, you know, and that is not something that the state or the county can control. So, airplane seats need to be curtailed. But of course, the airlines want to have as many seats as possible because they're filling them right now. So, I don't know what the answer is, folks. If you do know, please pop it in the comments below and we will chuck that off to our mayor.
Yeah. So today we're going to be a little different. I just am feeling the call of the ocean. So I pulled out my Whispers of the Ocean Oracle cards for today's readings. And I'm thinking just a 1-card draw for each person who would like a reading. And Betsy and I will riff off the card, because that's what we do, right?
And since Jonathan and I are both a little bit brain fogged, we thought maybe we'd do a little clearing out, a little centering, maybe try and take a girlish and boyish fling at grounding. So if that sounds good to you folks.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's everybody, if you're able to, if you're driving, ignore me, but let's close eyes and just kind of take a couple of nice, relaxing breaths, whatever kind of breaths help you tune in.
I smell.
Oh, wow. Hi. Hi, brother. How are you? I closed my eyes and boom, you were instantly there. Howdy.
It's that Palo Santo. It's just like, oh God, I needed that.
Wow, dude. Hello. I'm sorry. Okay, everybody, let's just focus on breathing and stop listening to me yammer. And let's all tune into our heart space, our beautiful 4th chakra. And let's collectively ramp up that green light shining nice and bright within our chest cavity.
Ooh,
nice. And I can already hear Mother Earth kind of dancing on her toes to greet us. So on our next exhale, let's all push our energy down to the core of the earth, either through the soles of your feet or through your root chakra. So a nice deep breath in and out. Send that energy deep, deep down to the very core of Mother Earth. She hears our call and responds, sending her unconditional love up through our soles of our feet and our root chakra, up through our legs to our trunk, rises up through our bellies and fills our lungs, spills down our shoulders and arms, past our elbows to our fingertips, rises up through our throat to the top of our head. We breathe in Mother Earth, and she breathes us in. A joyful, happy union.
Kiana, what are you doing?
The familiar is here. So let's tune back in now and let's greet Father Sky, shall we? So again, we'll gather our energies, sending it up this time through our crown chakra up to Father Sky in the heavens. So a nice deep breath in and out. Father Sky hears our call, sends down his wisdom and patience to the top of our head, fills our neck and our throat to our shoulders, spills down our arms past our elbows and wrists to our fingertips, pushes on down our spine and fills our lungs and our belly down to our tailbone and hips, on down our legs, past our knees to our feet and the tips of our toes. Now we feel that unbroken connection to Father Sky. We breathe him in. He shares our breath and joins Mother Earth within us. As we thank all of our guides who are with us always, we ask that our space be cleared of any negative energy of any sort, and that any guides that join us, please do so now in the beauty way only. We believe and trust in the truth and power of this moment, and so it is.
And so it is. Wow.
It was like you were sitting right here with me.
Uh-huh.
That was nice.
And I was under the ocean at the same time.
I gotta wear this dragon earring for you more often. That's gonna be when I need you. I'm gonna go grab the dragon earring.
Yep. I have a strong connection with dragon. That's for
I
sure.
know. I know. Cool.
Ooh, I definitely feel grounded. I feel tingly.
I feel pretty good right now. And I'm getting some kind of information about we should do have you do a little something about the upcoming full moon, because it's supposed to be like the last month's full moon was the beginning of process, and this full moon is supposed to be the completion of the processing of whatever that is. And I don't know what that is. I haven't done any research on that.
Do you want me to draw the first card for that?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. So we get a Sailfish. Empower yourself. Tune into your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you are capable of being.
Ooh. Well, I kind of like that.
Definitely, that's us just learning how to be our wonderful, beautiful selves.
Yeah.
So for those of you who haven't seen, these are the backs of the cards, and this image is actually also one of the cards. Are you gonna try to unplug me, you little miss? There you go. She was getting tangled into the cords.
Oh,
No,
she's telling me she's mad. You got the ocean deck. Why not a kitty cat deck? She's waiting for you to do a live with a kitty cat deck in her honor.
Well, I do have the Mystical Cats Tarot. I'll have to pull that out at some point. I think that's the. Well, I also have the Cat People deck, so there's that too.
Cool.
So the first one we have is our own lovely Jamie. She wanted me to pull one for her.
Just a general, Jamie?
She usually likes generals.
Okay.
So you get this beautiful starfish, replacing what was lost. You now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew, create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. So this is talking about how starfish, if they lose a limb, they can just regrow it. So that is like, if you've lost a part of yourself, grow it back even better than it was before.
I want to know what's going on the 4th of July, what your plans are, because what I'm being told is not to overdo it. So if you're hosting, get some help. They're talking about just the physicality of it and not wearing yourself out, because you don't have enough time on the backside of it to spend like a day or two or a day and a half resting and recouping. If you're going somewhere to an event in which it kind of feels like you're going somewhere, not hosting, but if you're going somewhere, also it's the same thing. To they're showing me like somebody running around a backyard barbecue party. But you know, I guess some cities are probably going to be doing some kind of gatherings on 4th of July. But what I'm seeing is don't run around in circles. Don't run around in circles. Take some breaks. Take some breaks with what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. What your plans are. Be interested. They won't let me get past that until I hear something. So pop something in there, Jamie.
And Maria says she would love a reading. What kind of intention can I set for the summer solstice on Monday?
Oh, hang on one sec. Jamie popped in.
Jamie answered. So, Jamie. Definitely lost some limbs over the last 3.5 years. No plans, but I will beware. We aren't mingling yet because of Stephen being diabetic.
Yeah, it may not be we aren't mingling, but they're shouting at me, this is about you. It's not about we. That they're cautioning you not to be running in circles. I don't know what the caution is about, but
I feel like it's less to do with party and more about just general living.
Well, they're showing me some kind of gathering, but the caution is not to take on more responsibility right now. And it's a short-term responsibility. Yeah. It's like an event responsibility that they're cautioning you not to
She knows what you mean.
Yeah, not to take on some kind of event responsibility right now. So it feels like a one-off, though.
Oh, maybe an event for your job, Jamie, or something?
Don't know. Yeah. It's a gathering and it's an event, and they want you to volunteer to coordinate something or manage something or do something. The advice is not to do it.
Okay. Back up to Maria. Wanted a card for what kind of intention she can set for the summer solstice on Monday. Oh, what is this fish? I'm blanking. Do you remember what this fish is?
No, I don't know that one.
Okay. It says, rediscover your zeal. Pay attention to the passion you're feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. So I don't usually look up stuff in the book, but I think this time calls for it because I'm not sure I know what kind of fish that is.
And that's really interesting because what I got is I was finishing reading the last 3 words of your request was it's a theme that I'm finding a lot. It's resonating with me a lot. It's what I heard was embrace your whole self and remind them who they're dealing with. This means it's setting the intention. What I'm getting is that it's time for the intention for you to embrace all that you are, the wholeness, and start believing what you are.
So this is a flame angelfish.
Ooh. Oh.
And it says, you are at a crossroads and are invited to look at the path you are on. Your confidence is at a peak point, and once you discover what you are passionate about, you're unstoppable. This is also a reminder to do the things that excite you. The enthusiasm you feel when you're delighted about a project is infectious. Your motivation is the purpose you wake up with in the morning. You may have specific goals or objectives in mind as you start your day. You may experience passion as a quiet sensation when you accomplish a simple task. Live life on your terms and fill yourself up with enthusiasm and joy for your endeavors. You may not clearly know what your passion is. You may be seeking a new career or activity to feel excited about. Think about the things you enjoy doing and what you dream about doing. In these ideas, you'll find the keys to what you wish to create. And they tell you about the fish. It's the flame angelfish is so named to its amazing vibrant hue. The flame angelfish helps to reconnect you to your fire within. They may be difficult to spot underwater as they tend to hide among the coral. At times, you may find them traveling in pairs. The vibrance of the flame angelfish is a symbol of passion. Have you allowed something to steal your energy away from your passion? This may be anything from feeling judged to not feeling good enough, or even feeling selfish to want to pursue this passion. If this is the case, passion can be restored and maintained when you constantly remember what drives you. Pursue the things that ignite your heart. Take time for the things you love and trust that even if you take a while to find your passion, it'll all be worth it. I love the book that comes with this deck. It's so deep. Oh, aloha, Candy.
Hi, Candy. Yeah, I love it that the word confidence was in there, because that's what they're harping on me, is to not, and I see Maria has said that it's been harder to trust with curveballs lately. Well, remind them who they're dealing with. Curveballs or not, remind them who they're dealing with. Remember who you are, that this is such a time for you to really, I see like a starburst and you pushing through it, and just really diving into the truth of who you are, really who you are, remembering who you are.
Mm. It's your passion, so you're the one that gets to decide.
Whatever's coming at you from the outside is going to come no matter what, and to focus on, just spend a little more time focusing on the strengths that you possess already, just your innate gift of strength.
Aloha, Jacob. Yes, for another reading too. Okay, we're going to jump back up here to Debbie, Aquarius Owl. She would like a general for the next few weeks.
Where are we?
Oh, we have a lobster. Shedding the old. There is a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you'll be able to see the new perspectives. Prospects. Sorry, not perspectives.
Are you planning a trip either this fall or into the winter time? If you're planning a trip, your guides are going like this. Yes. I know it's not the next few weeks, but that's what I got is, if there's some kind of adventure that's been on your mind, to do it.
And I know sometimes it feels like there's a lot of pressure building up, but that's how these guys actually shed their old shells, right? Once they outgrow their shells, they're feeling constrained and stuck, and just like everything's just too tight. And so finally it splits right down the middle, and then they can start growing a new shell.
Oh, I didn't know they did that. That's cool.
So if you are feeling that like tension, that tightness, just know that soon it'll release, and then you can grow a new shell. So.
And I'm also getting, because the guides are not totally insensitive to your request for the next few weeks, to narrow your focus. If you're looking at a whole lot of stuff, to narrow your focus in for just a wee bit, and for the next few weeks to get rid of any kind of fluff. If you've got some kind of fluff things, or it's things, and it's not even things that need to be done. It's not things that should be done. It's things that you're thinking of including in, or are going to get to when the time is right, but feeling a pressure about it. Narrow your vision just a little bit on some of these things.
Mm-hmm. She says nothing set in stone, but she'd love to travel again.
Well,
that's all of us.
Your team thinks it's a good idea. Fall, late fall, like in the cusp, fall to winter.
Hey, hope that was helpful, Debbie.
Hi, Blue Crescent says she's listening and making lunch. Yum.
Yum. What are you making? So, Motoration Maui is my friend Benet, who is an artist here on Maui. She creates these motorcycle sculptures, so that it looks like a full-size motorcycle, but it's a chair to sit on, and they usually have LEDs that are sound sensitive, so that like if you have music playing, the LEDs kind of do a dance.
Oh, how cool.
It's fun stuff.
Oh, I need to see pictures. My sister rides a big Harley. She has a street glide, and she rides with the Patriot Guard up in Seattle.
Just do a search for Motoration Maui. She actually has a few pieces in, oh God, what museum was that? Benet, you're gonna have to remind me. But yeah, from like years ago, she has a couple of, I think they're like bar stools, but they're made from pieces of motorcycle.
Oh, how cool.
And they're in, like I said, I can't remember the name of the museum. Hopefully she will put that in the chat.
Sturgis. Yeah, my sister used to go to Sturgis all the time.
Childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Oh, that's perfect for you, Benet. And it's a wrasse. We actually have these fish here. I love seeing them when I'm there.
Yeah. Oh, they are cuties, aren't they?
They're so vibrant. Like amazingly so.
This is interesting. I'm locked out because the guides are saying that you have a specific question that you really kind of want answered. And they've locked me out.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Well, it could be that it's not for public consumption. That
yeah,
it might
Benet.
be.
Text Betsy on Facebook, okay?
Yeah, get a hold of me.
Yeah, strongly, actually. They're like just screaming. You guys need to talk.
No, I can't even talk because I got this frog in my throat.
Right? It's about relationship stuff.
Yeah, they're saying it may not be something that some laundry you want to air in public, but they won't even let me
contact
talk.
Betsy. She's on my friends list. She also has her. Oh, and it looks like Jamie put up your Facebook as well.
Okay.
Her Facebook. So Betsy, you want to contact her?
Yeah. I'm working. My website is. Yeah, I don't even know if I have a website up right now. It's still under construction, but it'll be there eventually. The old one might be still up. Betsy Palmer Medium.
I'm feeling like that information is not for right here and now.
Yay, I'm still got the frog.
That's why I'm moving on. Let's clear the energy a little. So Jacob, hello Jacob, would like a general reading. Let me shuffle a little bit.
Wait, the last time we talked to Jacob, did he go surfing? I think that was what was going on.
Yeah, he was supposed to go surfing. Jacob,
how was that? Let us know. Lori tries life. Hi.
Oh, hey Lori. Hello.
Yeah, let us know how that went.
Okay, general reading for Jacob. Whoa, that like wanted to split right there. Interesting. Oh, one of my favorite. It's a sea turtle, of course, but it says, adrift in shallow water. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. So this is the adrift in shallow water is just giving me this like feeling of like almost panic. Like just pause for a moment, take deep breaths, stop swimming because you don't want to end up going even shallower if you want to go deeper, right? So
oh, this is interesting because what I got was do not get in a car with someone who is in a sketchy driving condition.
Yeah. But the Adrift in shallow water is definitely just, I get this feeling of panic.
Yeah, I'm getting a caution that not to get in a car with somebody who's impaired. That to be the unpopular one, don't just be quiet and go along to get along with everyone. That you may have to take a stand and be unpopular for 5 minutes. But they're really cautioning me pretty strongly. All right, no more driving with Jamie.
Okay, we laugh way too hard at that.
But that was really funny.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, and they're saying that even if it's going to be a pain in the ass, that you're going to have to shell out some money for an Uber that you really can't afford to spend, that you need to spend it.
Oh my God, Jamie's like, dude, you look out, son.
That's funny.
Yeah, I would trust Jamie to drive.
I would trust. I know. I don't recall too many people that lost it because they were over caffeinated. But even after a coffee or 10, she'll have a need for speed. Doesn't he? Yeah. Well,
she's not one to hang out in the shallows either. So.
And Jacob, they're telling me that this caution is running through the end of August for you. Yeah, we'll PayPal you. Blue Crescent says we'll PayPal or Venmo. Well, you just get a hold of us. We'll Venmo to get the Uber.
And just call Jamie if she's still talking to you.
Yeah. Or as the folks in Middle America call it, Uber.
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 Really?
Yeah. Well.
Wow. Yeah. My goodness. Next, we have Kristen Louise. Can I get a reading on a challenge I'm having with other people's energies? Oh, you get, oh my God, I'm a total brain fart. What's that guy again?
Cuttlefish?
Cuttlefish, thank you. It's
Cuttlefish.
Yeah.
Oh, the chameleon. Oh, isn't that hilarious?
Back on task. Be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you're working on. All could use some fine-tuning. So this is telling me that you're letting other people's energies distract you, whereas you needed to let their energies wash over you without sticking. Right? If you need to change your colors to blend into the background a little better, like the little cuttlefish, then, but the cuttlefish also likes to show off, right? So pick your spots for when you show off, know when to blend in and just disappear into the background.
And, that was actually perfect for what I was getting to when I read the question. Can I get a reading on a challenge I am having with other people's energies? That this came up because, like the octopus, cuttlefish are the chameleons of the sea. They can make themselves look like whatever they want to. And the first impression that I was getting is because you're not to be afraid to be yourself more, assert yourself more, that you're trying to match people and thinking that you can get along with other people better if you match their energy and be like them. But these aren't people that want this. These are not people that want this simpatico kumbaya. These are people that work a little bit better with conflict and with disagreement and with winner and loser instead of collaboration, that's just the kind of way they're geared. I'm not saying this is a bad person or people. I'm not saying these are bad. This is just a different method of operation. And in order for you to be effective, you need to be you instead of trying to match them.
It is the squid. Yep, you were right when you said it was a squid.
Squid, it is a squid. You know, they kind of look like cuttlefish and squid look quite a bit alike when they're floating around out there on the surface anyway. They just look like a little blob, a clear blob with eyes. They're kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then the cuttlefish have the like bright colors. But I still was reading it as a cuttlefish, which obviously is meant to mean something to you.
It really, that image sure looks like a cuttlefish to me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw cuttlefish once out at Honolulu Bay, and it really was 5 little guys floating together, transparent with eyes staring at me like, "You don't see us, do you?" And I was like, "Huh, you guys are really cute. What are you?" "Oh, but no, we're invisible. You can't see us, right? We're not here."
We're invisible.
Oh, and here's Chris from Elemental Fractamancy. Hello.
Hello. Aloha. Okay, let's see. Well, I think Lori asked for.
Yes, where are
so Jacob did answer the surf question. He said,
"Yeah, he did surf
with saltwater baths."
Yeah.
Lori Tries Life asks, "What's next for me?" Oh, I love this image. So it says, "Look beyond the surface. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world." So look beyond the surface.
That's really interesting, because I was getting, when I saw the question, I thought, that's really broad for me and my gang. And usually what happens then is when you ask a broad general question like that, your guides instantly assign homework. And that is exactly what I got. Instantly assigned you homework of you needing to decide for yourself how you want to be working with your spiritual team, that it's time to start creating what you want instead of waiting for something to find you, to fall on you. Right. I don't know. It's a really general answer, because I don't know how much intention setting that you already do. But if you feel like you're already doing it, this is your guide saying it's time to fine tune it.
And I'm just getting that, like, don't always judge a situation by the way it looks. Keep watching. See the little details that pop up that are like below the surface that other people will be missing. So, so I hope that's helpful, Lori, because that was a very broad question there. Regina has a question. So Neem, I just noticed Neem's comment. "I'm so impressed. You're reading the message on the card with it facing the camera." I'm like, because it's not mirror image, so when I hold it up, I can read it on my little screen here.
Cool.
How is my weekend going to go? Do you have big plans, Regina?
I was gonna say, what's coming up with this? Even before Jonathan pulls, I'm being shown like this lush, deep, grassy lawn, and a lawnmower plowing through this path for you to walk through effortlessly. So whatever you have have on the plans I'm getting that it's a smooth trip.
And that kind of fits perfectly with unexplained wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All your prayers are answered now. So I think your weekend is going to be full of magic and unicorn fish and unicorns and just embracing the magic of life. And you don't have to explain everything either. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. Yeah, the gang was talking about the guy that got swallowed by the whale, and the whale spat him out. Yeah.
Oh God, human.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of like when you get that.
I got tapped on the shoulder and said, "Read the book." I'm like, "Okay, you insist."
Yep.
So Regina, let go of frustration and worry. Look to the good things coming your way. The power of the universe can help you create your wishes. This card asks you to act with purpose and take meaningful and measurable steps now. Make sure you're clear about what you want and really commit to getting it. Unicorn fish moves so slowly through the water, it gives the impression of stillness. Becoming still is an aspect of manifestation. An overactive mind can interfere with the information that you are given. Consider what your intentions are and why you set a goal in the first place. If all it takes is asking for what you want, what are you waiting for? Why hold yourself back from your true heart's desire? Know that you have cleared the obstacles from your path and are now ready to reap the benefits. You are magical and deserving all things now. The unicorn fish has a prominent horn and loves the shallow waters. For centuries, stories of the mythical unicorn have persisted. The unicorn's horn is believed to have magical and medicinal properties. You can create magic by setting a clear intention. When you receive this card, you can intentionally use the hidden power of the universe to bring to pass your desired outcomes. So, that was a pretty potent card for you, Regina.
Indeed.
Deanne's still stuck on the whale story.
Well, there's a movie, an anime called Children of the Sea, and that is exactly what happens in the culmination of the plot is our central character is swallowed by a whale. And magic ensues. It's a really cool movie, Children of the Sea. It is. It's not Studio Ghibli, but it's right up there. I mean, it's amazing.
And now everyone's talking about the guy that got swallowed by the whale. Yep, he was in the scuba set, and suddenly he was inside a dark cave, and he was like, "Oh God, I'm being eaten by a shark, aren't I?" And then next thing he knew, he was spit out.
Yeah, it said he was a lobster fisherman. I didn't know lobster fishermen in Maine harvested like that.
I thought they just did the traps and the boats.
Yeah, I thought they were all farmed. I don't know. Well, maybe you got to go pluck them, the big ones out of the cages on the farm. I don't know. I know.
Oh,
nothing.
Right. Farming them, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Okay, let's see. I think that was it for this.
Oh, Regina, she popped in a comment. I'm glad you read that out, Jonathan. There was something extra in there that was very specific for me. Yay! Love.
Yeah, the book that comes with this deck is definitely I don't always read because the cards are so intuitive. It's easy. But then sometimes I'm tapped on the shoulder, read the book. And every time I do, it's like, wow, that message was specific.
Yep. And Blue Crescent, the dress can be yours. It's from Old Navy. Sure, there's plenty where you live. Thank you. It is a cutie. All right. And who was up next?
Oh, Debbie says that he is one of the few left that do it that way.
Oh.
I think we reached the end of people asking for readings, unless anyone else would like one. If not, that's okay. We do a general reading for the group.
Yes, please.
That'll give us just enough time to chit-chat about what we have going on.
Cool.
Okay, for the collective, this guy's got teeth.
Wow.
Setting up parameters. Assess your relationships and determine how they are aligned with your goals. Setting boundaries requires an honest evaluation of your present relationships. That fish looks very familiar.
Triggerfish. Yeah, we have those here.
Triggerfish. Okay, I thought so. I feel like I need to read. Reading time.
I love boundaries. I'm all about the boundaries. I need that too. Right now.
Is a relationship taking away from other areas of your life? Are you getting off track because of demands that are seeping into your personal space? If the primary reason for your connection with another is no longer a benefit, or if the relationship seems to be a never-ending loop, it is time to make the decision to set some new boundaries. If you are being challenged personally, you will need to remain emotionally mature in dealing with the negative energy from others. You need to be clear in your own mind about what your boundaries are. You get to determine what is and is not acceptable on an emotional level. You are more than capable of being level-headed and in control of your emotions. Use your emotional intelligence to make smart decisions. Remember to not let circumstances or whims sway you from your core belief system and morals. This is also a reminder to reinstate boundaries you already have in place. The clown triggerfish is so named due to the various spots and colorful markings that appear on the fish. It's almost as if the fish is wearing a clown costume or makeup. Clown triggerfish are very territorial and protective of their environment. The clown triggerfish is fearless and will protect its boundary. It does not care if it's much smaller than the threatening predator. It will relentlessly confront its foe. Look at those teeth. Sharp little teeth. So yeah. This is saying don't be scared of your own power, of letting people know where your boundaries are. Oh, Benea is asking if you are having any messages to her from her late mother.
Yeah, I need to, for me, I need to get dialed in a little more specific to connect with the.
Like I said, I think this is one of those things that you guys need to get together off this live, because I think some of the messages that are going to be coming through should not be aired publicly.
Well, also, if I try to connect with my late mother, that could be anybody that's in the chat. I myself have to have specifics on that.
Right. And name, date.
Yeah. That's just what works for me. Some people like a photograph, some people like a personal item, but I just have my own thing that works for me because I don't want to get anybody's late mother. I want to get yours. And I sure don't want mine. Not right now, anyway.
Oh, and Lori Tries Life is asking, do you both live in Hawaii? Yes, we are neighbors on Maui, and we love living here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here over 10 years now, and Betsy's been here longer.
20.
20 years, yeah.
Yep.
So, They say though that the island will either welcome you or chew you up and spit you out, and I have witnessed that.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing watching people get chewed up and spit out because you think, oh, these people aren't so bad, and then like you see the crap the island puts them through, and then suddenly they're like, I need to get out of here. Part of
Yeah.
it is not willing to look inward, right? Not willing to actually confront this stuff that needs to be confronted. Like they're coming out here to try and hide from their shadow, and not here. Here, your shadow gets shoved in your face, and if you can't deal, you're not gonna last here.
Yeah, I say that all the time. Maui is the place where inner work gets the process speeds up really quickly, so you meet yourself really fast when you move here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For me, Palm Springs is the town that chews me up and spits me out. I don't do good in Palm Springs, no matter how hard I try, which is fine with me. Nima has a question about maintaining boundaries. Yeah.
How can I best maintain the boundaries I've been setting? It's so easy to ease up and boom. Be like that clown triggerfish. Just, doesn't matter how big the situation is, stick to your guns, stick to your boundaries. Because your boundaries are not for other people. They're for you. They're for keeping you contained in yourself, I guess is the best way of describing it, without having other people's energies color your vision, right? Mm-hmm. So think of it that way. It's not that you're pushing people away, it's that you're embracing yourself.
Yeah, it is. This is a tough one, Neem, because I'm aware of how much duty you have on your hands, but there has to be a line where you are honoring yourself strongly enough that you refuse to cross a particular line. You can only allow yourself to go so far in, and to be gentle with yourself about it, because you do have so much on your plate, to not be angry with yourself when you're crossing boundaries, where you decide a boundary, set it, and cross it right away, because it's the wrong boundary. To just keep re-examining and fine-tuning. My mentor in Course in Miracles used to say all the time, if you're asking the same question over and over and over again and not getting an answer, it's because you're not asking the right question. So if you're finding that you're setting boundaries which are repeatedly then compromised, it's not that you're doing the wrong thing. It's that we need to fine-tune the going in on your end, the beginning of it, not the end result. We just keep fine-tuning the beginning of it to find the way down that path that you're desiring. I think it's in there for you. I think you can do it. But I think it's a little bit like threatening punishment. I'm going to count to 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there has to be the line that when you tell yourself, this is it, this is my bottom line, instead of saying, well, here's my line, and so if I compromise it, I still have a little safety net. Don't do that anymore.
Oh. Chris and Luis is like, I want more specifics on how the state does that. It's not the state. It's what we call the Aina, which is
mana.
The Aina is the land, but it's also the ancestors. It's the mana. It's like, it is the essence of what Hawaii is. Everyone I know who's a transplant, their first year here was nothing but testing, major testing.
The first year is rough. Matter of fact, most of you guys know I took off for a couple of years when I was divorcing. And then when the coast was clear, I came back and I had to redo the first year all over again, even though I had lived here for 15 years. I had to redo it. I moved 4 times in my re-entry.
Yeah, the first year here, we didn't even have a house to live. So we house sat, and then we were like let into a condo, and then we moved into this crappy little ohana because it was a block away from the house we were supposed to move into. Well, the day after we moved into that crappy little ohana, the house fell through. Like, we lost the house completely. I got a space at a doctor's office that I thought was going to be my space. I ended up having to share the room with a chiropractor and a nutritionist. And if it wasn't my day, I had to make sure all of my stuff fit in my little corner of the room. So each of us had a corner that all of our crap had to fit into. And then whoever day it was would pull out and set up. That he was charging me, I was there like 2.5 days a week, and he was charging me like over $800 a month. And it got to a point where my clients didn't even want to come to that office. So that's when I started doing house calls. That's what started the whole house call thing. And that first year, we wanted to leave so many times, but we stuck it out. We did not let ourselves get pushed out. And because we stuck it out, suddenly things started opening up for us. And it wasn't until we like had proven ourselves that, and then once we proved ourselves, it's like we tried to move away, the island pulled us right back. So it's like once you are set in this energy, it's really hard to leave. But for the people who can't get set into that energy, that's when it's like a wave. It's like a wave knocking you over, like tumbling you over some coral, so you get cut up pretty bad, and then you end up on this beach with sand in your wounds. So I mean, that's kind of the best way of describing it.
Yeah, and Neem, I don't know that it's you move here on a trial period so much as the energy auditions you.
Mm-hmm. It tests you.
The very first time I came, I got off the airplane and my mom took me straight to a heiau, which is where, heiau is a religious place, and made me ask permission to come. So I had to ask permission to be there. So I think that probably helped me.
So, and Benet is different because she moved from California, but her family is from here. Her great grandfather was a fisherman here in Kihei. So like, you got that family history. So the mana was already in you, right?
Yeah.
Hereditary.
Yeah, I had a boss who was born here and then left when she was 8 years old. Her father was a missionary, and she retired and moved back here with her husband, and they had a magical life here. So yeah, I think that's it. She's embraced. In retirement, she started dancing at Kaylee Reichel's Hula Halau, who's like the big name here.
And I love Kaylee.
Yeah, she danced for him for 10 years. Yeah, so totally embraced by the island.
The thing I love about him is he's just like this huge name, but if you meet him, he's just like this humble, down-to-earth guy. Like, and so I was invited to a wedding, and they had Willie K and Keali'i, I forget who else. Like all these big names were there because they were friends of the family. And since we were guests, I got to hang out with Willie K and Keali'i, and I'm just sitting there chatting with Keali'i. I had no idea who he was when I was talking to him. And then after the fact, people were like, "You were talking to Keali'i." I'm like, and what? And then I had to like look it up, and I was like, "Oh, wow!" He's just this cool dude. Like he doesn't come across as being pretentious or full of himself or like I'm a big star, right?
Yeah. Hi, Maka. Yeah, no, he's cool. He's really cool, and
you move here, and there's an unspoken but very felt probationary period for sure, and not everyone makes it through. I've met people that it's like they've only been here for 3 months and they can't wait to leave.
Yeah,
it's like the island. It's not just the island. Sometimes it's the energy.
It's not America. It's not America. So if you're an American and you think moving here, you're just moving to a different state.
Another state? Nah.
I mean, I tell people all the time, if you move to Puerto Rico, would you feel like you're moving to America, to a different state in America? And everybody goes, well, no, of course not. Okay, well, welcome to Polynesia.
Right. This is an occupied kingdom, is what you need to think of it as.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and the Hawaiians are still bitter about the fact that their kingdom was disbanded by U.S. businessmen.
There's not a whole lot of conquered nations that really adore their conquerors, though, historically. No. So,
no. Yeah. But it's not often that you get the people who grew up here who are like native. They live like they're in a third world country, whereas all the tourists and transplants live like it's just another state, and you can't treat it that way.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely huge disparity issues here.
So anyway, before we get into a hour-long discussion about Hawaii, it has been just over an hour. Do you have anything coming up for yourself, Betsy?
Not on YouTube right now. I'm still trying to get the website thing sorted out, but it's making progress, and I'm hopeful that it'll be up next month sometime. So my YouTube stuff is on hold till I get that done, but I'm also training at a 3D job, which is a great job. And I know you guys are not going to want to hear it, but I'm back in jewelry, and I am so excited to be there. I love.
You know what? It's one of your passions.
I love my crystals. Yeah. When people say I'm spending the day with my crystals, I am too, but mine happens to be a 10-carat Asher cut diamond ring. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm really happy, but I'm doing a lot of training and my brain is like exploding.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're training, plus you're learning all the web stuff. So it's like,
I'm not learning the web stuff. I just have to write content and get pictures. You know, I had to do a photo shoot after I was dead dog tired from the day before, and that went well. So, and then I thought I had a 4-hour break yesterday in between training opening and training closing. I thought I had this 4-hour window, and instead, no, I got to select my top 10 pictures out of 141 images.
Oh my God.
So I showed up for my closing training like this. Yeah.
Hysterical.
Yeah, it was funny.
So next week, I have a special guest, Kaylani Perisho, to talk about Tower Takeover Tarot.
Oh, yay. Oh, that's going to be a good one.
So, yeah.
That is such
Come back next week, and we will have lots of towers to talk about.
That's such a cool deck.
So, thank you, everybody. And until next time, aloha and a hui ho.